Cathy Freeman, who until now has stayed silent on this national anthem stuff, has come out in support of the Recognition in Anthem Project, saying that the current anthem doesn't acknowledge Indigenous existence in Australia. Now, she's no ratbag, Catherine. The Recognition in Anthem Project was founded by the former Victorian Supreme Court Judge Peter Vickery QC and launched its proposal last year for an updated, now hang on to your hats, for an updated version of Advance Australia Fair. The new proposal would change, I should say in advance, and I haven't really discussed this with Graham because we want to hear his views on this, but I don't have any difficulty with any of this. They would change one word in the first verse, and I'll shove this up on the screen for you in a minute, while replacing the second verse and adding a third.
No one knows the second verse.
No, well, they've changed it. Now, one point I just might make, in 1984, the lyrics of a two-verse Advance Australia Fair were officially adopted as the Australian anthem. Now, this fellow Vickery said the minimalist change to the opening verse, just changing that one word, I believe, puts us on the right path. Now, let's just have a look at what is being proposed here, because the opening, and we'll shove this up on the screen for you, the opening verse of the anthem says, as we all know, Australians, let us all rejoice, for we are young and free, and they want to change it, for we are one and free. There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
That sounds pretty good.
Absolutely, for we are one and free, and the rest is the same. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing Advance Australia Fair. Now, we'll just shove up on the screen here what happens next. There are two versions. We'll put up the second verse. Now, on the left-hand side, you can see there the current second verse, which says, beneath our radiant Southern Cross, we'll toil with hearts and hands to make this Commonwealth of ours renowned of all the lands. For those who've come across the seas, we've boundless plains to share. With courage, let us all combine to advance Australia fair in joyful strains, then let us sing. Now, that verse has been rewritten, and I have to say in advance, I don't have a problem with what they've done. The proposed is, for 60,000 years and more, first peoples of this land, sustained by country, dreaming, told by song and artist's hand, unite our cultures from afar, in peace with those first here, to walk together on this soil. Respect for all grows there. From everywhere on earth we sing Advance Australia Fair.
Sounds pretty good.
I agree. There's nothing wrong. I mean, you know, we jump up and down. We did a poll today, Graham, on radio, and I must say 60% of them said they didn't want any change. But I think that's most probably an educative thing. I think once people learn what is involved. Now, there's a third verse, which you'll see here, which has been written, which is a new verse, and it says, which I think is wonderful, it says, in times of drought and flood and fire, when all but hope is gone, Australians join with helping hands and wattle blooms again. Tomorrow may this timeless land live for our young to share. From red rock heart to sun-filled shore, our country free and fair, beneath the Southern Cross we sing Advance Australia Fair.
I really like that.
I agree.
That's terrific. Who wrote it?
Well, I presume, that's a good question, Graham. I presume, the verse, I presume it's these people who are part of this campaign, but the third verse has been rewritten. But look, you'd have to be a bit of a ratbag to say that that's worth sort of dying in a ditch for. I just think, and Cathy Freeman is a lovely, lovely lady and very moderate in her views, and I just don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No, I can't say anything.
You know, in times of drought and flood and fire, when all but hope is gone, Australians join with helping hands and wattle blooms again. Tomorrow may this timeless land live for our young to share. From red rock heart to sun-filled shore, our country free and fair, beneath the Southern Cross we sing Advance Australia Fair.
Sounds pretty good to me.
It's lovely, isn't it? And that second verse, which is changing in time, it's been completely rewritten. I'll just go through that again. For 60,000 years and more, first peoples of this land, sustained by country, dreaming, told by song and artist's hand, unite our cultures from afar, in peace with those first here, to walk together on this soil. Respect for all grows there. From everywhere on earth we sing Advance Australia Fair. There'd have to be something wrong with you to object to that, wouldn't there? I would have thought.
Absolutely.